Good morning, my friends. Happy Wednesday. So, here we are again. How do we get to Wednesday so fast? Good morning, Allie. Hi, Debbie. Good morning, Anita. Hello, my friends. Hi, Michael. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Betsy. Good morning. The flower that broke the pot. I love that name. That's so much fun. Hi, Gotchi. How are you? Good morning, Ellen. Yay. I've been excited to paint. Hi, Shelly. Good morning, Martha. So I've been doing this challenge that Lori Seibert is doing with Tracy Verdugo. I think that's how I forget how her name's spelled. And her daughter, Snippets of Whimsy. And I'm loving it. Hi, Gail. But I feel like I can't keep up with, to add one more thing into my list is just crazy. But I'm really enjoying it. It's really kind of pushing me out of my comfort zone and working in my sketchbook, which is one of my goals for this year. So it was a perfect, that's okay, Marsha. I'll save it in case you want to watch it later. I'll put it. Good morning, Emerson. I will put it up on my YouTube channel and also have it in my on the blog on my website. So I was saying, yes, I've been working. Do you want to see my sketchbook? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about it. So the ones that I'm posting are just bits. But here's my sketchbook. So they're full. It's just fun to see them in here. So I think that's still one of my favorites. But I'm doing full spreads. That's the one I posted today. Intuitive and flowing. So I did it with I can't think of what it's called, that you put down and you peel it off. So it is like I worked in reverse. I had a really cool dark background and then I drew on it and then kept going over top and lightened it and then pulled it off. So it was fun. And that one I did with watercolor. That was just fun. That's more intuitive. Abstract. This was super abstract. That was adventurous and flowing. Oh, and then I don't know what's coming next. That'll happen tomorrow or today or tomorrow. I don't know. One of those 2 days. But anyway, so today, good morning to one. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to take a risk. I don't know if it'll work out, but on YouTube. Oh gosh, that's a really good question. I think it's probably under Kim Myers-Smith. I can't look right now because I'll mess this up. But if you can't find me, just send me a message and I'll find it for you. Hi, Ellen. So anyway, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to take a risk here. It might not turn out, but I know you'll forgive me if it doesn't. I love playing and I'm trying to take more risks and learn more things. So let me turn this around. I'm going to do a landscape. And the really crazy part is I toned my canvas. I always want to play with doing that. And I used a mixture of, what did I use? I was, I think it's burnt sienna and a little bit of alizarin crimson. And I wanted it to be lighter. Oh, thank you, Michael. Thank you so much. Wonderful. That's my YouTube channel, that YouTube /Kim Smith Art. Oh, the Kim Smith, that has just been, what a name. Can't get any URLs, and some of mine I have Myers is my maiden name. So I have that in the middle, which is good luck from my dad, who's always watching over me. I have this painting that I did of my dad a long, long time ago. That he's always up here on my shelf. But Myers is my maiden name. But a lot of people think my name's Kimmy Smith, although many people that I'm good friends with do call me Kimmy, so that's fine. All right, so I was just thinking about how I was going to tackle it, or enjoy it. Because this is darker than I would have preferred, and I think because I have it on the Arches oil paper, it really soaked in, because I wanted it just to be a light pale pink wash to kind of shine through in spots. So I don't want this to be, there's a reflection in there. I don't want it to be realistic. I want it to kind of be flowing and fun. So I think I'm still going to block in a little bit of color like I always do. So I'm kind of doing more of a traditional thing of doing the underpainting, but then kind of mixing it with how I usually paint. So we'll see what we got here. So I'm just going to do a little bit. I thought about redoing this morning, but I couldn't because I wanted this underpainting to set a little bit. But I only did it at like 7 o'clock. But this will at least give me an idea of where things are going to go. Get a blue in there. So this is totally out of my comfort zone, and that is good. It's good to play. You know, if I was smart, I would have played with this before I went live with it, but that didn't happen. Okay. I'm not sure, like, you know, I don't do landscapes very often, but that's another thing that I'd like to explore more of in 2022. So why not start now, right? So I want to really give a lot of thought to value and temperature as I'm doing this. We'll see what we get. So I have to think about where this tree is. So this is a photo that I took on the walk that I do very often. It's out Stevens Street, actually the street I grew up on. And this is at I think looking at my friend's property. This looks out across. It's so pretty out there. So this is a little, so more than anything, I'm kind of blocking in so I know where things are going to go. It'll be fun to play with clouds too. Good morning, Judy. How are you? I'll do a little bit of my pigment sticks. Cleaning off my transparent colors from my palette. And then I have to think about what colors to mix. So I need, this is a very different palette for me too. I want to get, I want to let some of this, good morning, Barb. I want to let some of that underneath color show through too. So we'll see what happens. You don't learn if you don't take risks, right? I'm not a risk taker in any other part of my life, but at least with art, it's not really a risk because if anything happens, you can just throw it away, right? I'm just putting a little bit of this in that, I love having this in my paintings right now. Just bits. So, I don't know that I need all that much of my pigment sticks, but I do like to add a little bit in there for spontaneity. A little bit of this. I don't know. That's a fun start, right? Okay, so I need to mix really greens and blues. And I want that muted sort of celery green in there. I want to have that be warm. Hi, Judy. It is, my underpainting is oil, and I did it with a mixture of burnt sienna, and I'm playing with using something I don't use very much, alizarin crimson, and I put that on there, but it ended up being a lot stronger than I wanted. I wanted it to be very pale, but I think because I had it on the Arches oil paper, it soaked in a lot and I couldn't wipe it off, but I went with it anyway, so we'll see what happens. Can you hear me okay? Because I think my headphones just made a weird sound. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Yes, okay, thanks, Judy. My headphones made a sound, so I don't know if that means that they disconnected or what happened. Thank you. It's amazing how long the delay is. Like, I ask you that question and I have to wait to hear the answer. I'm sure you do the same on your end too. Thanks, Martha. Good, good. Okay. So I want to mix some greens. So I'm going to use Viridian today, a little bit of Viridian, and I want to desaturate it and lighten it. Kind of try to pay attention. I'm going to try and keep my cool colors at the top and my warmer colors at the bottom. Alan, did you lose sound? If I take these out, can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me better. I have a feeling my headphones disconnected. I plugged them in, so I don't know why they did, but. Hi, Mary. Okay, you can hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, now you still have sound. We can hear you. Okay. Well, I took my headphones out, so we're going to go with that. If you hear my radio, let me know. I have it turned down so low that hopefully you won't hear it. But, you know, I like to... Oh, I don't like that color at all. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, it might take me a little bit longer to mix colors because I'm out of my comfort zone here. I'm going to put a little bit more Viridian out if I can find it. It's right here. Never mind, the sound switched to my AirPods. Oh, you weren't wearing. All right, well, let me try to put mine in. I don't know if mine sound better with or without let me see. Okay, I'm going to leave them in then, Ellen. Hopefully you can still hear me. Okay, so this, I'm trying to keep a cool green. Just add a little bit of lemon yellow in there. That would do it. Desaturate it. And then I'm going to do a warmer green down here. So I'm going to take my sap green. Sounds good either way. Okay, good. And this is just a little bit of cad yellow. That's nice. And then I'm going to get to that kind of celery color. So I'm going to add a little bit of the titanium buff into that. See what we get. That looks like really, really close to what I'm looking for. And I might take that and lighten it. Oh, let me keep the titanium buff. Lighten it with just a little bit of lemon yellow. For another like highlight color. Maybe a little lighter. All right, that looks good to me. Whoops, dropping my paper towel. Okay, now I need to mix blues and Sky blue. Never sure what color. So I do have this one I could play with, this azure blue that looks very much like a sky blue. I'm going to put it out. Why not have fun? If we're taking risks, might as well go for it, right? And that's a very cool blue. And I need a cool color like for the underneath of my clouds. Oh, that's so. We'll take a little bit of that. Good morning, Peg. You're not at school? Do you have off today? Fun is a great thing to have. And having fun creating art is like the best because you got nothing to lose. Take risks. Have fun, right, Ellen? All right, that's a nice, cool, kind of muted underneath blue, like underneath the clouds. That looks so bright, so I need to desaturate that a little bit. So it's blue, so I'm going to add, and it's a cool blue, so I'm going to add just, if I add a little bit of yellow, is it going to go, it might go green. So I'm going to add this gold, what is this color that I've been using? It's gold ochre. See what happens. Jeff had, how's he doing? Cataract surgery. We're way too young for that, Peggy. I hope he's feeling well. That still feels, I don't know if I like that color. Now it's going too green. You know what? I don't like it. I'm going to take it off my palette because I don't like it at all. I think this azure blue is a little funky for me. So this is a cool blue, and then I need a lighter, cool, kind of grayish blue. So, I will use more of the azure and just kind of maybe leave it the way it is for now. If I want to gray it, I could add a little red, maybe a little. Oh wait, I want to keep it cool. Let me go with my other yellow later this morning. Oh, you're going into school later this morning, Peg. Of course you are. All right, I'm trying to get this to go a little bit gray. Not very successfully. But I'm going to play with this a little bit. A little white. Well, that's totally green. Now you're really seeing me mix colors I'm not comfortable with. That's fine. Aiming for kind of gray, a cool gray. Gray, Payne's gray plus white. Yeah, I could do that. All right, let me do a little more white. I do have Payne's gray out. I actually know where that is, which is unusual for me. All right. All right, I kind of like that. I mean, the green's throwing off how it looks there, but that's a nice transition for kind of underneath my clouds. And now I'm going to head a little bit warmer and add ultramarine blue. Lighten that. Learning a lot as you work. Yeah, you do learn a lot by doing that, by playing around with colors and mixing them and seeing what you get. Good old ultramarine. It's like one of my favorite colors. Go even lighter with that. Oh, this, my palette is a piece of marble, like from when you get countertops from the marble store. I just asked to buy a sample piece that they had that was like left over. That's a nice color. So I still feel like I need like kind of a brighter blue. I'm gonna try that at, maybe I'll do my manganese blue hue. Add a little bit of that to this mixture. Aiming for like the bright part of the sky. And the other thing I'm trying to work on and play around with is using colors that are less saturated, more subtle. Having pauses in my painting. I think I have so much color sometimes that I don't have like the calm colors to make the bright colors sing. Yes, I do, Ellen. I do scrap colors a lot. Yeah. And sometimes, like, I'll think, oh, well, maybe I'll use it somewhere in the painting, but usually that's really not a good idea. All right, I think that's a good, oh, I don't have light, like the white of the clouds, kind of. So I'm going to just take my titanium white and add a little bit of, tiny bit of lemon yellow, so it's, that tiny little bit is too much, I think. I'm going to add a little bit more white. I don't know where my white is. I tried to clean up my paints and have less colors here, or less tubes of paint out, because you can't have them all be the priority, right? But I still have too many. That still looks so yellow, doesn't it? Let me pull some out to the side here and try this again. Patty Cakes, what a fun name. Love that. Are you using, I'm using oil. This is oil paint. Okay, oops, let's see what I was doing. Okay, so we'll see how that might be a little too yellow, but that's all right. We're trying not to be exactly what we see here. Can you hear me now? I'm going to put my earbuds away. Joined, okay. I'm waiting a second to see if you can hear me. All right, can you hear me now? Oh, good, okay. I took my earbuds out. They're giving me issues. Okay. Oh, good, thanks, Bill. All right, so I'm gonna do like I usually do and kind of start with my darkest areas. Okay, good. Yay. All right. I don't know. I've just been having a lot of technical difficulties lately. With my computer, with everything. It just happens. It seems to happen in kind of in waves. For me, anyway. Breaking up. Terry said breaking up. Hopefully it'll be okay now. I'm not even sure what else to do. Okay. So, where's everyone joining from this morning? Not breaking up. Okay, good. Yeah, so I'm kind of going out of my comfort zone here and painting a landscape, which is something I don't do often, but it is something that I want to do more of in the new year. I had been playing around with landscapes and doing them kind of like this with transparent layers and making them look very kind of ethereal a little bit. Ottawa, Canada. Oh, Florida. Katy, Texas. Minnesota. For those breaking up. Oh, the flower that broke the pot said people that the sound's breaking up, get out and come back in and see if that helps. I have been having the craziest time with Instagram. Yesterday, I got messages in my, you know how there's that message area that people send you direct messages. I got messages that fell into like the junk file, you know, when it's like people you don't know and it falls in there and you have to either kind of accept their message or not. From 2 years ago, I think I had 30 of them that fell into that section of Instagram randomly out of the blue. It was crazy. North Carolina, frigid New Jersey, only 15. Joanne, it's probably that cold here too in Lancaster, I'm guessing. Jamaica. Wow, how cold. Cold Lake, Alberta, Fredericksburg, Virginia, Pittsburgh. Mary's in Pittsburgh. Isabel just, Mechanicsburg. Isabel just went back to Pittsburgh, to Duquesne yesterday. She wasn't quite ready to go back, but they let all the, a lot of the students do school remotely for a couple of weeks because of COVID, but all the nursing students had to go back. So she was bummed. But, you know, it's all good. She wasn't ready to go back. She's still not loving it there, but, you know, the problem is, you know, with COVID, it's not as social, it's not fun, it's not quite what they all expected because, you know, life's just different right now. Take a little longer to adjust. Michigan, Mechanicsburg, that's where my sister Dawn used to live, in Mechanicsburg. That's not far from here at all. North Carolina, Alberta, Canada. Yes, the same thing happened to me. Oh, really, Michael? Isn't that weird? I always think that my Instagram's broken. Like my following count, not that it really matters, but it's been like going down. And I know that it's not even anyone that matters, but like crazy lately. But I'm sure it's not any of my friends, so it doesn't really matter. But I always feel like my Instagram's broken. I want to let some of that color show through. We'll see how that works. I can always cover it up, right? Rochester Hills. I'm just afraid I'll cover it up and not by accident. It is, yep, Allie, I agree. It's super wonky. IG's been wonky lately. So many problems. I agree. Strange things are happening with all my accounts. Yeah. I agree. I don't really want wonky. And all my technology, like my computer hasn't been working right. We're trying to figure that out. We upgraded our internet because it's just not been fast enough, but it's just not. Maybe it's just not the right time to figure it out. I don't know. What did Ellen say? Thanks, Allie. I jump to me. That's the wonky component. It is wonky. All right. What am I doing here? I'm just chatting and not thinking about what I'm trying to accomplish. Now this might get a little weird too with, I need to think about my values. And it's hard because when I squint at my image, like I have this dark here, and dark here, but in here it's very similar in value. So I'm going to have to kind of separate things more by temperature than by value. And I want to keep my brush strokes kind of being loose like that. Yeah, and my internet too. Yes, same. That's what I was thinking. But obviously we're all having issues. It's always good to talk and think, oh my gosh, it's not only happening to me. Thank goodness. I always feel like I have a weird electric field around me. I always mess everything up. It must be a phase of the moon. It must be. People are getting wonky too. That's not good. Yeah. It must be. It's the adjustment into the new year, maybe. Sometimes I have the black and white version. Oh, Ellen, that's so smart. That's a really good idea. I should have made a black and white version of it. I was taught 5 to 7 shapes, 3 to 5 values. Judy, okay. So I was thinking about that, but what my shapes would be this. It would almost all be horizontally linear shapes, I think, I guess. I like that idea, though. I'm just not real sure how to... Oh, that's nice in there. This might have a whole different mood than the photo I'm going from, but that's all right. To let it go on its own journey and not get precious with what happens. Why is that so hard to do? And I apologize, I have to think a little bit harder. This isn't the way I usually work. I'm kind of putting these kind of the more grayed out color where these clouds are here at the bottom. How do you finalize a painting? Like, do you varnish it? Do you place the arches oil paper on a panel, or do you leave the white borders or cut them? How? I do all of those things. That's such a good question. I haven't totally figured it out. Sometimes I mount them onto panels, and sometimes I frame them with edges showing, the rough edge. And sometimes I do all of those things. Sometimes I frame it right up to the edge. I do like the rough edge showing. I don't have one here. I don't think a framed one here to show you. They really look pretty framed. I have 2 I need to take to my framer today. Hi, Susie in Ohio. If you just came on, I'm kind of experimenting. This is out of my comfort zone. It's something I don't usually paint. And And Michael had suggested painting an interior. I would like to do that too. I couldn't find one that I wanted to paint quickly enough to do it today, but I would like to practice doing that too. I think this needs to be a little darker in here. Hello. Hi, Nancy. Kellen in Connecticut. Yes, I will be in Connecticut. I think it's in May. I need to promote that. So I will be doing an in-person workshop in Connecticut. It's under the Learn tab on my website. And I think it's in May. Gotta start concentrating on that. Maybe I'll put in some of my warmer colors. Well, let me do this little bit of shadow here. I guess I can add this in later also. I'm going to put in some of my warmer colors to see how this all looks. Oh, wait, I need a little bit of more of the kind of cooler dark color of the tree. I love it. I got all my plein air supplies. Oh my gosh, and have been out several times. It's so much fun. Yep, I would love to do that. I would love to plein air paint. I've never done it. I don't have the supplies. I don't have like the pochade box or any of the things, but that is something I really want to do also. Maybe this year. Because yeah, part of it is even when you do landscapes, like it's not as pretty as it is when you're really out there seeing it. Arizona. Oh my gosh, you're in Arizona for the winter. How nice. Yeah, we really didn't have a bad winter so far, but now it's freezing. I kind of like the brush strokes in there. Why paper? Oh, there's not really. I'm just experimenting with paper. I like painting on like ampersand gesso panels. I don't paint on canvas a lot, and I don't even really couldn't say exactly why. It's just something I've just been experimenting with paper, painting on paper. I like the texture of it. I like how it looks a little bit like a watercolor. It kind of has a nice spontaneity to it. Yeah, I'm always experimenting and trying new things, so I would say it's not for a specific reason other than I'm experimenting. This a little, I think this very, very dark in here. Let me add that. Time to paint, that's right. In Arizona, how fun. Never been to Arizona. I'm getting in where it's really, really dark in there. Underneath of these trees. Well, it's not as dark as I wanted it. What do you think? I like kind of how blocky it is. I think I need to go a little lighter in here and then work work on my clouds. The pink in the clouds. Me too. Let's see if I can retain that as I go. Like I want the texture to stay. Sorry, I'm being quiet. It's taken me a lot more thinking because I'm not used to painting landscapes. I'm thinking more about my brush strokes, and I'm thinking about placement of things. I'm thinking about values and keeping my edges soft. From someone who doesn't, thanks Joanne. Yeah, it's definitely on my to-do list for this year to get a lot more practice. Let me get a little more of this lightness in here, a little more, right? All right. So now I need to work a little bit more up in this area. All right, I'm gonna go a little risk. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go a little risky and go a little bit lighter in here. I think maybe this is a little too dark. All right, let me play with the white of the cloud. Well, do a little bit here. Okay, let me work on my cloud area. Ellen, thank you. You know I'm holding my breath thinking, I don't know. Now I want to let a little bit of that pink show through. Deb, I had my doubts too, you know, always. You can always be honest because I always have my doubts. It's always working through the doubts and that messy middle, which was very messy. And this pink is too much of a dividing line right here. Caroline, thank you. Now, I'm just a risk taker. I don't know about amazing. I've already had my coffee this morning. I've moved on to tea. I don't want to get too ambitious here. I got to think about softness of the clouds. I want to let a little bit of the pink show through. I think that's too much right there. Oh, the background. I did the background just as a wash of, I used burnt sienna and a little bit of alizarin crimson. I wish it wouldn't have been quite as dominant of a color, but it actually turned out fine. I had a feeling it would, but I wasn't sure. Gotta get this cloud needs to come forward, so I gotta work on that a little bit. I do love the splash of that color in there, that I already forget how I mixed it. I'm gonna do a little bit down in here. What is it, 8:46? I'm doing okay on time. Pull a little bit of that color down into here to keep it a little more cohesive. All right, I need to work on that cloud up here. Pull that forward. Ellen, I did use a little bit. I think I kind of blew through that transparent, that base layer very quickly, but I did use a little bit. Just kind of mapped in where things were going to go when I used the medium, because that does give it a wet place for everything to sit. I don't know, does the sky look dirty? Maybe it's just a little too dark in here. I feel like it's looking dirty. Soft edges are hard to capture in clouds, but I also don't want to be too literal about it either. Sometimes that loses its spontaneity then. I don't know. What else does it need? This, there's kind of shadowy cloud in here. You think I have the right amount of the pink showing through? Is it too much pink? Maybe the middle cloud could to the right. This in here, is that what you mean, or this, the middle cloud to the right? I think that's what you probably mean. All right, let me try that. Okay, what else? Do you think anything else? Good morning, Kira. How are you? Now I'm looking to see what else I need to do. I kind of like it. I think it's pretty fun. Need these. Yes, it's oil paint. Mm-hmm. Yeah, do you think I should be done? I think so. I love how the shape of this tree is so pretty. It's very simple. Of letting colors show, letting them dance, letting them be the star. Maybe that's it. And I do love like those blues. That azure blue is pretty cool, isn't it? I mean, literally, it is cool, but all right, now I'm fussing with it and I don't need to. On my initial background, I used oil paint. I used a mix of burnt sienna and alizarin crimson. Now, where's my little thing to sign my paintings? I don't know what I do with it. I know what. I was using it the other day over in my acrylic section of my studio when I was working on that thing, the Lori Seibert thing. All right, I'm going to sign it. I got a new one of these Kemper wipeout tools because I felt like my signature was getting big. The cloud above the tree add warmth on the left side, sunlit. The cloud, this one. All right. Oh, wait, let me get a clean brush. A little warmth on that cloud. Oh, I see what this up here. A little accentuated warmth. There. Okay. So I'll pull the tape off. I love seeing it. So yeah, it is cool to frame it and let that rough edge show. So I don't frame it. I have done it too where I've mounted it and left this edge show, but usually I do it and just bring the mat up. So let's see. So it's still kind of loose. It has my same style and feel, but it's a landscape. And oh my gosh, that was fun. Good. Yes, everybody do a landscape. It's so fun. And the tape reveal is so fun. So there's my reference. And you certainly can use acrylic as your base. You can't put acrylic over oil, but you can certainly put oil over acrylic. So thanks for joining me today. I hope all of you have a wonderful day. I will save this. I'll post it on my YouTube channel. Go check it out. Michael put it in the notes up there. I think it's Kim Smith Art, YouTube Kim Smith Art. And be sure to like my YouTube channel. I need to work on that some more. And it will also be on I always have a link in my blog on my website. So thanks for coming and hanging out, guys. I hope you have a fabulous day, and we'll do it again soon. Bye.